Welcome back to the Master Bathroom Edition series. This is the fourth video. If you missed the first couple, I will put a link up above to the playlist if you want to watch those. In the last one though, we got all of the shower waterproofing complete, so it is ready for tile. So in this video, we're going to do all the tiling. So the shower floor, the shower walls, as well as the bathroom floor. And then we're also going to get all of the taping done to get this place ready for paint. There's a ton to do, so let's get started. All right, I know drywall is one of those things that really intimidates people, and honestly, I was intimidated as well when I first started, but I have a couple quick little tips that are gonna help you out and help make sure your job turns out a lot better. So we've got our first coat on, so we use joint compound to fill all of our corner bead, as well as put our first layer on our tape. Naturally, you're not going to get it perfect, and you don't need to, but you're going to have some high spots like this from the first coat, and all you got to do is really just scrape those down. And as you can see, it's pretty much gone. And you want to do that everywhere, because what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to fill that. So if you didn't scrape it off, you're going to have to put mud higher than that to make it disappear. So go around your whole thing and just scrape all of your high spots down. All right, the next thing, and I know you've seen me do, is you want to add a little bit of water to your finishing mud and make sure it's pretty loose. You don't want it falling off the wall or anything, but you definitely want it nice and spreadable. So what I do is I tape a little bit amount just like that, and you want to push it into the corner and pull it up. So as you can see, I went to about here. So you want to taper it, apply more and more pressure as you get further and further away, and really feather that out as you go up. And just do that all the way along. So once you have it applied to the full length, you want to come back with a clean drywall knife and just pull it smooth. As you can see, you'll get little clumps or air pockets. You just come back with a little mud, fill it, and redo it. Dry piece, so I'll get that out of there, apply a little more, and pull it smooth. And that is pretty much it. So you want to, again, apply it, make sure you get it down into the corner, and pull it and feather it out as you go. You just want to make sure you leave it smooth. So as you can see, it's pretty smooth all the way down. There's some little spots, like if you catch the glare right, you can see that spot, or there's one like right there. But that's one we can either sand out or scrape out with our knife. I'm gonna finish this edge, I'm not gonna leave that like that, but that's generally how you do it. And again, you can do multiple coats. You're not gonna be a professional. It might take you 2, 3, 4 coats. It usually takes me about 2. And the other thing is we're gonna have to do this bottom side as well. If you're just starting out, I've found it's a lot easier to do one side, let it dry, come back and do this side, because what you'll do is you'll end up fighting yourself on there, on the stuff you've already done, and it's just a lot harder. So if you're just starting out and you're having trouble, do both sides at the same time, just do one. It'll save you a lot of headache. Alright, it's now time for the uncoupling membrane. You saw me just dry fit everything, so I made all the cuts. I'm using a Prova product. It's the same company as the waterproof membrane for the shower. I'll put a link below. As always, in the description is going to be all the products that I use. But this basically has the uncoupling properties, and it's also fully waterproof. So I made a mark with the Sharpie all the way down. I'm going to get the thin set spread out with a 1/4 inch notch trowel. I made the thin set pretty soupy. That way we can still spread it pretty easily and then make sure we have full coverage on the back. I'm going to be using a grout float to do that. So let's get going. All right, Sophie, just pull back the corner and check our coverage. That's perfect. We got full coverage, which is exactly what we want. All right, it is yet again tile day. This is the last tile day on the project. Can't tell you how excited I am to be done tiling. We got all of our pieces cut and dry fit, so those are all ready to lay. We got our laser lines set up for our reference. Now we're also going to be using a leveling system. It's called Spin Doctor, so I'm sure most of you have seen it. It's these pieces that go in between the tile, and then these screw on, making sure the tiles are level with one another and there's no lippage. So let's start getting these laid. So one thing we want to make sure we do is this uncoupling membrane has a bunch of little divots in it. We want to make sure we fill those divots with thin set before we trowel in our notches. we want to do is obviously press our tile in place. We want to collapse those ridges that we created with the trowel. Give it a wiggle and a little push. As we see, we got some squeeze out, which is a good sign. And then we'll check our laser line and make sure we are lined up. All right, so like I said earlier, we got those leveling clips inserted underneath our other tile that we already set. So now we're gonna put this tile into place. It is all back buttered, ready to go. All right, I was going to grout, however, the color we went with, apparently nobody stocks in store. So I had to order it online and it's gonna take about a week to come in. So I'm not gonna hold up the video just for that, but I'll put it in the next one. That, like I said, is gonna do it on this video. We got a ton done this week. Obviously the shower floor installed as well as all of the shower tile. Still a little hazy from the grout. I gotta clean that up. And then we also got the shower or the bathroom floor installed, waiting for grout, like I said. But next week we are going to be building a custom vanity for the space. You're not gonna wanna miss it, so make sure you are subscribed and hit the thumbs up if you like these kind of videos. But thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it very much, and we'll see you next time.